check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4 FAP links you could ever need, all in one place. You can provide feedback, listen, support, share, enjoy these. We have our Patreon there. You can buy us a beer or a coffee. You can check out our Instagrams, our Twitters, our Facebooks. Check out our YouTube page. You can email us. You can listen to our podcasts on Patreon, if you're a subscriber, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on Podbean. We have Google Podcasts on there. We have an Amazon wish list. You want to buy Kyle and I something? Fine. You can do that here. We appreciate it. We have Kyle's RPG podcast listed on there, so you can check out his Dork Day Afternoon offerings. We have Cowabunga links, so you can check out the Cowabunga Deep Discount FOC and pre-order list. Get on that. That's RLCS, so you can check that out as well. And we want to just give you opportunities to say hi, to check out what we're doing, support us if you would like, or just listen. Check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4 FAP links you could ever need. Thanks. Back to the show.
Who doesn't love coming home to a new package on their doorstep? Today I got to come home to this awesome Comics for Fun and Profit shirt on mine, and you can too. If you go to comicsfunprofit.threadless.com, you can check out their cool merch and get a shirt just like me. That was comicsfunprofit.threadless.com. Join the club. It's where all the cool kids are.
Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week. Episode number, what are we on? 872 for comics originally coming out December 26th and 27th. The little area between Christmas and New Year's, and our last release week in 2023.
Wow.
So this is the last of those 2023 books before we hit 2024. That's crazy. This year has flown by. But before Drew and I get into one that's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, it's good to hear from you. What do we got going on in the world of comics?
It's all Christmassy up in here. We got a Christmas question. We've got Christmas presents coming in, going out. We got our new winter giveaway. Let's see, what should we do first? Well, let's shout out to our good friend Jason from Hawaii, who sent us
Shout out, Jason.
our Christmas gifts. We large white boxes, two of them, one for Drew and one for Kyle, and we're going to open those on Christmas morn in front of our family and make them jealous. And
Visions of sugar plums.
We'll pull out all the sweet Hawaiian treats, which I assume might be in there. I don't know. I haven't opened it. But and then we'll tell them they go get their own friend that would send them good stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So we're excited for
There are no more friends like Jason out there. One of a kind.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate that. And I was going to rip right into it, but I decided we'll wait until Christmas.
Look at you. Look at you.
Yeah. We're going to be sending out our Christmas cards to 5 patrons who have been selected as winners of the fall patron giveaway contest. So I wanted to have that done in fall. But fall has bled into winter, so I've got our signed photos and our decals, our Comics for Fun and Profit decals, and then one of the 5 will be receiving a signed comic, compliments of the aforementioned Jason from the Hawaii Con, Aloha Con. Which one was it? Was it Honolulu Con? Dang it, I can't remember. But it was a Hawaii Con that he went to and got us a signed comic, and that'll be coming your way as well. But something for 5 of the patrons who were part of the patron giveaway. So we thank you all for being a patron, and we used this delayed gift giving from that contest to announce the beginning of our new contest for winter, which is another combo. This is going to be a combo. So we're going to do another. So patrons that come in get entered into the patron giveaway. So anybody who becomes a patron will be entered in that. If you buy merch through our store and send us a pic or tag us on social. If you don't do social, I get it. You can always email it to us at comicsforfunandprofit@gmail. But if you do social, we're on Twitter, Facebook, and what's the other one? Instagram. And now we're on Blue Sky. Blue Sky.
We're not on Twitter. We're on.
I'm sorry. And we dipped our toe in Blue Sky. So we have 4 options.
Or find Drew on his OnlyFans.
We're doing a lot of custom vids for you guys. But yeah, so if you got some merch, at any point, if you bought merch, I'll let you tag us and send it to us. And because we love seeing our merch in the wild, so that's very, very cool. And so that'll enter you to win as well. So patrons, being a patron pays, having our cool merch over from Threadless pays. You can find all those links in our show notes, and check that out. But it is comicsforfunandprofit.threadless.com. Or no, it's comicsfunprofit.threadless.com. Yeah, that's why you should go to the links, because obviously I can't read. So lots of fun stuff. Finishing up 23, adding our new year. We might be able to squeeze in another episode this year. It depends on Kyle's kind of a partier, so he parties that New Year's weekend. So we'll see if we can squeeze him in or not. And maybe we can do our year-end shout outs of favorite stuff. We'll have to see how that goes. Play it by ear. We can always do it after, because then the year will be completely ended. So that makes sense as well. Also, now the important thing, which I said
that wasn't the important stuff. That all sounded very.
That was all important thing. This another important thing, if I can find it, from our good patron and friend John Abel. He has a question for Christmas. What was the best Christmas gift you got as a kid, and what is the best Christmas gift you got as an adult? Kyle, do you have yours?
Okay, difficult, because I think my best Christmas gift I got as a kid was you getting a gift as a kid, because you got the original NES in 1986, correct?
Yeah. So that was going to be mine.
That started the gaming journey. I just had to steal it. Yes. So it wasn't exactly my gift.
You were on it more than me.
Yes, correct. So you getting the console was actually probably my favorite thing that was ever received as a gift. Yeah. I have beautiful and wonderful memories of getting a ton of all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff I wanted. I remember opening those. I remember opening the big Ecto one, Ghostbusters. I wanted it so badly and was happy. But I believe every video game console I stole from you that you actually received, if I remember correctly.
That is the deal with being an older brother, I guess. Yeah. You get the cool stuff first.
Yeah.
Because you age into it first.
Did I get a SNES or did I steal your SNES?
That I bought my own. I believe I had a job at that point and bought my own. But yeah, I was thinking 2600. I was going to go Atari 2600. So still the same video game deal. I was pretty psyched about the Nintendo. I can't lie.
You got that as a gift? I was always told you spent your 4-H money on that and then killed it.
That was the Atari. It was the computer. So was that
gotcha.
The 4800?
That sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I sold a steer at the Hocking County Fair. Mm-hmm. And used the proceeds of that to buy an Atari computer with a whopping 16 kilobytes of memory, yes. If I recall correctly, and a basic cartridge for programming language, because I was going to be Bill Gates before there was a Bill Gates. I was going to be that programming guy, and I was going to be Matthew Broderick in War Games, and I then proceeded to scant months after making that biggest purchase of my entire life. I left my windows open in my room, and was staying at a friend's house. And there was a big storm that came and rained through my windows. It was coming in so hard. It rained into my windows, down my desk, into my computer, and fried it.
And you became the largest of all cautionary tales on every large purchase I ever made throughout my entire time.
And then Kyle had to hear about it every time he wanted to buy a Casio keyboard or a Timex watch or
Mom,
a calculator.
Can I get a Butterfinger? Well, remember that time your brother.
Remember when your brother ruined a $1,000 computer? Oh, that was like all the accessories were still okay. They all worked, but there was no way I was going to be able to get another one because the fair was a long way away. I didn't have a steer that year. We went down to Pigs, I believe, and Pigs don't have the money. So
Pigs ain't PC money, baby.
No, but so the Atari 2600 was the berries. We had Pong before that as a family. It wasn't my gift. I believe it was something Dad brought home. Yeah. And so Pong was pretty amazing just to me, like, oh, wow, this is video pixels. This is like at the arcade.
When I twist the thing, it moves on TV at the exact same time.
Yeah. So when the 2600 was something I was really excited about. And I don't know that I got it the year it came out, but it all blends together. But I don't think anybody else had them in my circle. I don't remember anybody else having a 2600. So, and then, I played the hell out of Pac-Man and Asteroids. Galaga was my go-to. I love that. So yeah, the 2600 was great. The Nintendo was a close second. Yeah, it was a very close second. Greatest gift ever. Now, as an adult, Kyle, I guess let's cancel out the your oldest son was born a week before Christmas.
Yeah, that crap doesn't count. Who cares?
And my daughter was born the week after Christmas. Yeah. So those sentimental things, of course, would win.
Oh, the gift I could ever. No, anyways.
Yeah, the gift that keeps on giving of love and family. Let's get that out of the way. Those don't count. How about just cold hard consumerism? Do you remember getting anything as an adult that?
And you were at the behest of this. I had become an adult and kind of given up on Christmas being that big of a deal and no big deal. And you went behind the scenes with, I believe, families and girlfriends and things, and arranged for my PS3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. It's another video game. Really.
It's the very beginning of the Blu-ray craze and everything. And that was not something I would have been able to purchase for myself or anything, but it was something I always I was looking at and eyeballing. Yeah. And that was something I received as an adult. The really cool bundle came with Batman, the Nolan Batman, if I remember correctly, and a couple things. It was awesome.
Yeah, we said, well, this is what he wants.
Yes.
But none of us can buy this for him. But if we all pull our money,
exactly,
we can get it for him.
Yep.
And that worked out. Yeah, were you
Christmas.
Married yet?
That's what I was trying to think of the same.
I don't think you were. I think you were just dating.
Yeah, that might have been. Yep.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. I'm trying to think. Golly, like the only ones that stick out are sentimental stuff from my daughter, and I don't want to do that. I'll just break down and start crying.
I remember.
I remember getting bicycle, being pretty excited about my first bicycle, but that was a kid.
Can I speak about my favorite? Oh no, that was you. Well, you might have been an adult. My favorite thing was when the late tennis racket. I believe you were.
Yeah, I was a kid.
You were a kid. Never mind. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I was in high school and or junior high, and I really wanted this tennis racket, so I could be Andre Agassi and get the ladies. And I didn't get it. I was really bummed. And I was like, man, my Christmas was kind of crappy. Ever since Kyle came along, I don't get as much.
Amen.
And then Mom realized like a day later, maybe. It feels like days later. It might have just been hours. But that she had missed a present that left it in the closet, and it was my tennis racket. So then I was like super bummed, trying to keep cool, but then I got it, so that was really nice.
I picture Mom coming down the steps of the family room going, well, shit.
yeah Otherwise I don't remember a lot of adult gifts, unfortunately. They all blend together. Like, did I buy that for myself? Or was that a gift? I don't know. I mean, I like most of my tools
So I was just gonna
have
say
been Christmas
many a
gifts.
saw, and
Yeah,
that's
so getting
real.
like cordless, DeWalt, uh, tool packs were pretty cool, man. I really enjoyed those and use them over and over again. So those
I
were
believe at
great.
one point your brother got you a nice encapsulated comic for Christmas, but that's okay.
Yes, yes. My Moon Knights were very cool, and I believe you got me Humans Zero.
Yeah, that's zero. Yep, that's what I was
That
thinking of in my head.
that's one that I cherish and
He's
love.
already sold it on eBay, ladies and
Nope,
gentlemen.
I have not. I have not. None of my gifts I have sold on eBay. I still keep those. But yeah, so that's a great question. Great question. Any would love to hear your favorite gifts as kids and adults. So feel free to send those in on our socials or as an email. We'll keep reading those till they run out. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. Another gift that keeps on giving is the DC Connect, and we got a new one, folks. Oh no, before we do that, I think I got the order wrong last week, and I don't want to keep doing that. So what we want to do is we want to do the top 10, the CBSI top 10, then go into our catalog, cover price, then finish up with sneak. And I think I got the order mixed up. I got excited about the catalog. I wanted to jump to that. So now you have to wait a little bit while Kyle does
That's right.
the hot 10.
Yeah, we're going to start with some of the things that are currently out and moving on the secondary market. We're going to go to our good friends at comicbookinvest.com, their December 22nd Hot 10, and look at their 1 through 10 of what's moving on the secondary market. And the first one is, of course, we've talked about this a few times, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, number one.
It's up to number 1.
Yeah, back on the list with nearly another 50 sales this past week. Interest appears to have been renewed with the release of the second issue, along with a second print for the first issue, as noted after last week's Top 20 when it was on the outside looking in, now selling for between $20 and $30 for a raw cover A, while the B is much cheaper at about $15. Early 9.8 sales started coming around at $85, but most recently are creeping up over $100.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Always good cover A, as Kyle likes to say.
Absolutely. Well, that cover A is awesome looking. I love that.
Yeah.
At rank 2, we have Wolverine 55, written by Jeff Loeb. Only 40 sales this past week as volumes have doubled. This is why it is not only a repeat this week, but moving up the charts. The price on this classic homage remains about $20 to $30 for raw. However, a couple of CGC 9.8 sold for $250. Last week at only about $150, $175.
So this is an old one, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, wonder what made it pop after all this time. Weird. Didn't mean to stop the show with my question.
No, it's okay. I inadvertently closed the tab after I clicked on it. So
okay.
I'm scrambling to find my my Ziding name real quick. At rank 3, we have Animal Pound number 1, the 1 in 100. Had about 10 sales and a couple of early pre-sales, selling above ratio at $150 and a high sale of $200 for this Tom King written book. The neat little Scotty Young cover. It's been a while since I've seen a Scotty Young cover on one of these. That's cool.
It is the death of Sabretooth, I guess. So maybe that's something.
The rank 2 or the Wolverine 55.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At rank 4, we have Superman number 9, the 1 in 25 Nathan Zerdy cover. Nearly 20 sales since the release, with about the same early pre-sales. It's weird when we try to get pre-sale sales in with regular sales. Prices climbed from the ratio to a high of about $50, a double ratio, as the week has gone. At rank 5, Street Fighter Masters, the Kimberly number 1, had an additional 20-plus sales this week as the price has risen to a high of about $55, and consistently can be found for around $40 to $50. The artist Ickpot has a solid Instagram following and may be an artist we look to feature in the future.
I've not heard of Ickpot.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's we've had a few different Street Fighter items on the tops here.
Have they been
last year?
Ickpot?
They've not been Ickpot. This is the first Ickpot. So
Gotcha.
something to write down your little notebook. Ickpot real quick, just to make sure. At rank 6, Omega Men number 3, of course, this is our boy Lobo. About 25 more sales this week as reviews for Aquaman 2 are not phenomenal. Jason Momoa, however, continues to say how much he'd love to play Lobo. There's still speculation that will eventually become a reality. That has driven things up. We got $350 for CGC 9.8 and Raw's over $50.
You know what's consistently similar in all of Ickpot's art?
What's that?
Giant boobs. All of them on his Instagram.
Hey, and we see where his following comes from.
Now we know where his following came from.
So I think I knew that once you said Instagram. I kind of figured that. It's like saying his DeviantArt is doing very well. At rank 7, we have Avengers number 8, good old Stanley Jack Kirby book. Nearly 20 sales this week after the news of Jonathan Majors firing from the MCU. Seems like more folks will be moving away from the character with that news, but maybe they're hoping for a recast and a spike in the future. Either way, it is a healthy jump over the 4 or so sales we had this week before the price began to dwindle a little bit.
Okay, remind me now. Didn't the Jonathan Majors domestic violence thing pop up a while ago, and they were going to fire him, and then
and I think like
down?
Information about what actually happened leaked, and they were like, and they bailed.
So it's new information that just happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, number 1, second print, not a ton of volume, but a decent price jump up to about $20 on a couple sales for the awesome second print. Bjorn Barons,
your boy,
has developed quite a following in the last few months. So this could be one of his collectors, one that his collectors are having trouble finding for their personal collection. You and I, right there on Bjorn Barons.
Right, from the beginning. From jump. The
commercial beginning. Who knows how long he was enslaving.
Yeah.
At rank 9, Gotham City Sirens number 1, nearly 20 sales this week, which is a healthy bump up from 5 the week prior. Speculation on the future DCU projects is all over the place following the quiet demise of the previous versions as we say goodbye with Aquaman 2 and usher in a whole new generation. At rank 10, Batman Harley Quinn number 1, about 20 sales the last 2 weeks on this classic Alex Ross cover. It seems that recent releases of the facsimile/foil edition have renewed interest in the original. That's really cool how we've seen a lot of that, whereas facsimiles hit the market, it actually drives people to be like, oh yeah, I want to grab the original.
I want that. Yeah, I want that first one. Yeah. Now, so Gotham City Sirens, the quiet demise of the, we say because all the DCU that existed before, none of those actors will
correct. So now, now we can re-speculate on new casting, re-speculate on new series and things.
So there will not be a Margot Robbie Harley Quinn again.
There may be, but we have the freedom to do whatever we want with it now. So, and
Aquaman 2 is the last of the DCU as we know it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the line in the sand. Okay, cool.
And we have a couple of notable sales. Wolverine number 145, the Nabisco cover. All-time high sales with an accepted best offer of $6,480 on original $8,100 ask. That is a significant jump from the previous high of $2,300 from 2017, and even from the most recent 9.8 sales of $1,700 dating back to 2021.
Wow. That's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Nabisco
the
rarity,
return of Wolverine. Yeah. Nabisco variant cover. The return of Wolverine's adamantium Hulk and Sabretooth appearances, Apocalypse cameo. And it's your boy Sinkovich cover.
Yeah, okay. But still. So kind of not.
Yeah. And the other notable sale, Thorn, Tales from the Lantern, an old Jeff Smith book. This is a book that rarely ever comes up. This issue predates Bone and sold for a healthy $6,600 at a heritage auction. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, very nice.
So those are the things going on in the secondary market, according to our good friends at Comic Book Invest.
Very cool. Now, before I jumped to conclusions earlier, it is now time for the DC Connects January for March edition with Batman cover. Why not go back to the well of what got you there?
That's
Batman,
right.
put Batman on the cover. We're still calling it Dawn of DC. I don't think anybody's paying attention to that anymore, but maybe.
Yeah, I'm still stuck in the new 52. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it's like I don't know. I mean, we've done so many events now. We're in Beast Wars now. Is that Dawn of DC title? I mean, what is Dawn of DC anymore? I don't know. I don't know what the plan is.
All I know is that if we head over to the very first page of our DC Connect, we get a thrilling new arc. Dark Prisons has begun. Batman 145 by our boy Chip Zdarsky. Following the Joker Year 1 stunning reveals, Batman must engineer an escape from Zur's prison. But what dark secrets does Zur now hold that are game changes for the Dark Knight and the entire DC universe?
Yeah, I hope this never goes and gets a movie treatment, because I do not want his split personality storyline on the big screen. I don't think.
Don't like your peanut butter and your chocolate? Don't like your Moon Knight and your Batman?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
There we go. Well, the other thing we have here, then our second book featured in our DC Connect, Suicide Squad Dream Team #1. A new squad fights for DC's future and the next big step towards the Cataclysm event of 2020. Big missed opportunity here when you say Dream Team. I was expecting them to be lined up a la the old basketball Dream Team. Just put them in the old Olympic photo.
Because Dreamer is on the team, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Oh, ugh. I was vomiting in my mouth a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah. I like that 1 in 25 kind of walk away variant. That is an homage to something I'm blanking on.
That's the 1 in 25. Gleb Melancholy.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if that had a costume hanging over a trash can, it would be.
Yeah, similar to that.
Spidery.
So this appears to be Amanda Waller, Bizarro, Dreamer, the Clock King, and Harley Quinn. Our new design team.
Not a dream team.
No.
Team.
Honestly, couldn't care less about any of them.
I mean, sticking Harley on it gonna get you some eyeballs. That makes sense. I don't blame you there. You've got to kind of do that, or nobody would pay attention. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know Clock King.
Yeah, I don't either. But he's got a very I don't know. He looks almost like
he looks like a Batman rogue.
Yeah, he looks very Edward Nygma there.
Yep. Yeah, very much so. Batman Dylan Dog #1 is 88 pages, a 3-issue series by Roberto Recchioni, with art by Gigi Cavanago and Werther Del Erda. I was doing so good, man. I got to the end and lost it. We'll see how the fate of Batman and Dylan Dog intertwine in the past through their lethal nemesis Joker, the Zabaras, a mad genius with a taste for bringing the dead back to life. Joker's in London to seal the hellish pact with Dylan Dog's nemesis, the Mephistophelian Zabaras. The doorbell of Craven Road, #7 screams, and beyond the doorway, Bruce Wayne appears. For the nightmare investigator, an incredible adventure begins side by side with the Dark Knight. They'll have to forge an uneasy alliance, putting aside their differences in order to successfully confront and defeat an evil that comes from the past. Wow. Weird. What's going on there?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
And art's okay. Looks fine.
1 in 25 is very cool. Not bad.
I don't and only $5 for 88 pages seems like a steal.
Yeah, $6 bucks, 3-issue series. I'm sorry, $5, 3-issue series.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's amazing. So
that's the direction we like.
We like that direction, yes.
And now we're to a direction we don't like. An all red written book.
But it's Mark Russell writing, so you gotta be able to squint and enjoy the all red.
Our good friend Eric from Cowabunga will be excited because he likes the all red.
Yeah.
Batman Dark Age #1. Meet Bruce Wayne, Gotham's favorite delinquent son, as an origin story like no other. Witness the boy became a Dark Knight shaped by a city in turmoil as it marches towards its prophesied doom. The Eisner-nominated Superman Space Age team, Mark Russell and Mike Allred, take on the Dark Knight.
Looks pretty good. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Okay, but give me the reason to buy it.
Mark Russell is the reason to buy it. That's all you need to know.
All right.
He's great.
All right. Batman and Robin number 7. Heading down. Flatline returns. I don't know Flatline. So.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Derek Chew variant's nice. Detective Comics 1083. Oh, Nightwing 112.
What's wrong with Nightwing? Nothing's wrong with Nightwing.
No. Nothing. How dare you? Nightwing continues to struggle with his recent woe.
I think I missed the backup solicit last month.
Mm-hmm.
It says it's part 2 of the period saga. Around 7 centuries ago, the Grayson name was born. A child of Black Death, the story of revenge reaches its epic conclusion. So that'd be a fun little 1-2.
Yeah. Interesting. Birds of Prey 7. Boy, I wish I could actually see what the variant covers look like, but no.
Have I asked you, Kyle, when you get a $4.99 comic,
I immediately roll my eyes.
you get mad. All right, we all get mad. Do we prefer our $4.99 comics, if we're stuck with them, to have a backup or to not have a backup?
Ideally, a backup. You charge that extra $1 for that backup, and you're like, oh, okay, I can just.
You would rather have like an extra story you didn't ask for.
Correct.
Versus just more of the story you did.
Correct.
Okay. I think that's where I'm at too. A lot of people I've heard a lot of people go the other way with, I bought this Superman book. I don't want a Supergirl backup or a Superboy backup, So whatever my backup needs to be.
Tell me a backup. Have some tangential way of crossing with the original book. It doesn't have to be concurrent, but yeah, right. 100%. I would love that.
Yeah, I think so too. Because even if you're like not loving the current arc or it's dragging on too long, then you've always got the backup to kind of like save it almost.
There you go.
Sorry, where were you?
We are starting with Catwoman 63 now. Lights, camera, Catchen. Featuring artwork by fan favorite Carmine Giandomenico.
Like it.
Art and David Nakayama cover. Really like the original cover. Really like the In-Hyuk Lee cover. Really like the Rachta Lin cover. Not bad on the LaRue cover or the LaRick cover.
And Sozumiaki.
But I was building to that. You are the worst. The absolute worst.
Like, oh, gosh. I had a point. You blew it.
I was literally going left to right. But, of course, my most excitement is the Women's History Month variant, and that is the Sozo Miyakia cover. Because nobody has put more women on covers than Sozo Miyakia, because that's all she did.
That's a lot of great Harley Quinn covers, it looks like, for 38. A couple of nice ones for Poison Ivy as well.
Yeah. Teeny Howard. The Sweeney Boo cover. And again, another Women's History Month Sozo Miyakia. So this leads me to believe that hopefully Sozo Miyakia has the entire Women's Month run. So that is awesome. It makes me very happy.
Batman the Brave and the Bold's got a few. Red Hood the Hill. Oh, what's our anniversary? We've got a it's issue 25. That's our anniversary.
Come on now. That's an anniversary now.
And then we get William Shatner on the cover of Batman Superman World's Finest. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cameo. I'm all for variants. I'm all for Dan Mora. Didn't see the Shatner coming.
I did.
It just like as Shatner.
Just Shatner. Yeah, just there he is.
In chat. Action Comics 1063. Of course, Jason Aaron writing this one. We've got a Bizarro phase coming in, so we get a lot of neat little weird Bizarro covers, so that's cool. Superman 12 of the Joshua Williamson run. Power Girl 7. We have a Power Girl cover without a big close-up boob window. I did not know you could do that.
I think that's a mistake.
I think so too.
I think I was
now we have variant covers, so like that we're going to. I haven't seen the Sozo Miyakia, but I'm sweating already. I imagine that's going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be great. Or we can go back to Ickpot. What's his name? Ickpot. Have Ickpot do the Power Girl cover. That's his go-to.
The question is, what is Ickpot big two worthy?
Why not?
Yeah. Okay, I'm putting a little tally mark by. I'm trying to figure out how much these women's variant month is going to cost me if I'm doing all these Sozo Miyakis.
Yeah, that's cool. It'll be a good bundle.
Yeah. Flash
Wonder Woman's
7,
got one.
Speed Force 5. Yeah.
I've read the first 3 issues of Tom King's Wonder Woman, and the Daniel Sampere art is really good. And, Tom King is good. You don't have to wait too long, he's better in chunks than he is in individual issues. But it seems like the last couple of issues have been like all about propping up Wonder Woman, like how tough she is, how strong she is, like the story plot that we're following is really not moving very fast. Like it's not progressing. But that's a Tom King staple, right? He slowly unfolds things.
Yes.
But it's really well done, really well executed. It's just like I get it. Shazam. I've seen her in action in the DCU. I know she's part of the Trinity for a reason, right?
She's stronger than you think, Drew.
Yeah, but it's just like hitting everybody over the head with, her backstory and her origin and how tough she is and paid her dues and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, let's go. But then that's been Tom King complaint for a long time from a lot of people. So we've had 12-issue maxi series that could have been 4-issue series. So I get it. Anyway, that's my mini rant.
Speaking of mini rant, we go in and we see some of our Sinister Sons #2, which is me then saying, hey, I was in our Ollie's up in Lancaster not too long ago, Burma. If you want any Super Sons, boy, there's a lot of Super Sons in Ollie's for
really?
Yeah,
like trades?
A lot of trades and stuff.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so
$2-3?
It wasn't expensive. It was not expensive at all.
Wow.
Titans #9. Amanda Waller looking straight up like Mike Tyson.
She changes so much depending on the artist. Oh my goodness. Green Arrow. I forgot there was a Green Arrow book. And we're on issue 10.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'd like to apologize because right now I'm just scrolling looking for Zozo Miyake covers, so I apologize.
Yeah, if it's not a female led book, you don't care.
No.
Yeah, we're skipping the golden age. We're blowing through the golden age.
No Beetle. No.
It front loaded them all. April special.
I was gonna say you have to do this one.
Oh my goodness, we've got apes on the cover. Monkeys on the cover sells, folks. Yeah. We got a detective chimp. We got a super ape of some sort. An absurd amount of bad ape puns are coming. So be ape-wise. Gorilla Grodd's recent incarnation in the pages of The Flash has left a void that Monsieur Mala is more than happy to fill. Ape symboling a group of the DCU's most sinister simians. Mala forms the Legion of Doom. I don't know why. I don't get that reference. With an eye towards world domination.
May I explain? May I redo that line for you? I apologize.
Yes, yeah, the Legion of Doom.
The Legion of Doom. Ooh, ah.
Oh, perfect. I do not speak monkey as well as you do. Very good. Very good. Be conquered. That is enter the all ape jungle.
There we go.
Can this team of heroic anthropoids be the salvation we need? Okay, that's enough. Don't miss the banana scent variant cover, of course. Scratch and sniff, you can't go wrong. John Layman, Josh Hale, Fialkov, and Gene Yang doing this crazy.
I feel like the person that wrote this solicit has it on their resume.
Art by Mostert, Hester, Chang, and a cover by Mora.
Dan Mora, you're one of our most beloved artists. Can we get your help here?
This is not the $9.99 quarterly oversized.
No.
This is something else. This is a 48-page $6 one. So they just snuck this in here.
Banana scented cover, $8.
Funny. That's fine.
Cardstock variant, $7. Standard version, $6. I mean, kudos to them. Did not realize there were this many apes in the world until we put them all together. And I'm like, oh, okay.
It's a lot of apes.
A lot of monkey business.
A lot of monkey business in the DCU.
Not to be outdone, Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong.
Perfectly it fits there.
No
right?
banana-scented cover here.
Well, you know that's going to be Underworld.
Yeah.
You know that's going to be a hot one. And in a decade from now, the eBay listing CGC they'll seal it with, and they'll deduct points if the smell is gone.
Yes. Well, that's faded.
You can tell because it's sealed up, but that's CG.
Superman 78, the Metal Curtain number 5, really cool, very minimalistic cover by Gavin Goudry.
Okay, Kyle, there's a video game tie-in here for a digital doll token. There's a Suicide Squad game.
Suicide Squad, Kill the Arkham Asylum. Get the new Great White Shark Weapon doll digital token with issue number 2 in the video game Justice Squad, Kill the Justice League, inspired by the.
So is this a fighting game, probably?
No, they're trying to do Arkham style.
Okay. There's the John Constantine Hellblazer. Is this a Black Label? Doesn't say it is. Nope. Feels like it. Could be.
This is 3 of there are 9 issues in this series.
Oh, so probably not.
The Tyler Crook variant, very cool looking though.
For sure. It's kind of his go-to, that green Swamp Thing palette.
Barda, looking very all-agey, by Ngozi Ukazu.
Yeah.
Soft cover, $17.
It either doesn't have any dialogue or the dialogue's not there yet.
Yeah. Quick read for the kids then.
Yeah. Batman and Robin and Howard.
Yeah.
Get a standard comic size redo.
Periodical format. Does that mean floppy comic?
I believe so.
Yeah, standard comic size. Now available in periodical format. Primer number 1. Ashley Rayburn is ready to paint the town, literally. 40 pages. So
another YA kind of as tie-in.
Very YA, yeah. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, Looney Tunes 277. Facsimile for Detective Comics 411. Reprint of Talia al Ghul's first ever comic book appearance.
Oh.
And we also have limited collector's edition 51. I'm assuming that's Batman 51. But
I don't know. I think that's like a special. Yeah. Like not like an 80-page giant type of thing.
This is the Ra's al Ghul saga by Neil Adams and Danny O'Neill in its original oversized format. $15 facsimile.
That's a trade, I guess.
Yeah. Trade 76 pages.
And then speaking of trades, that's what we're looking at now.
Yeah.
Lots of old and new trades.
Lots of old. That's wow. Okay, we're done before we knew it. Dang. So not a ton of Sozo Miyake is not an. I mean, I think there's half a dozen.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was taken over the month.
No, but piquing my interest because we only got one actual piece of art
that was big enough to see.
No, that was included. The rest were just a line item, but not an actual anything being shown.
Gotcha.
So we've got Birds of Prey, Catwoman. Catwoman's the only one we actually see the art on. Harley, Ivy.
Yeah, Catwoman. You said Harley, Ivy,
Power Girl,
Wonder Woman.
That's half dozen.
Is that it? Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, that is doable and in my mind worth it.
Well, you've only seen one. Are you sure?
No, I've seen many Sozo Miyake covers.
Gotcha.
I consider myself quite the expert.
Wow, laying down the gauntlet. All right. Now let's head on over to our good friends at Cover Price, where Kyle takes you through the top 10 while Drew gets a glass of water.
All right. Let's start with our top 10. Actually, we're going to start at 10 and work our way down. We're mixing it up yet again with our good friends at Cover Price. At rank 10, we talked about this Wolverine 55, this Greg Land cover that had pulled 3 leaks. Striking and recently an image of a decapitated Sabretooth has leaked. That led the fan base to search for this book as it features a decapitated Sabretooth on the front and center. This book bears the distinction of being the issue where Sabretooth quote-unquote dies. It's a fantastic cover, but that will have fans buzzing if the leaks come true. Still, we recommend treading carefully with books related to Deadpool 3 leaks. There's a wild amount of unsubstantiated rumors circulating with Ryan Reynolds also fanning all these flames. Tread lightly. Tracking 19 copies. Boy, Drew, you should really mute your microphone with you both cough and jump into your chair from 30 feet away, apparently.
Sorry.
19 copies sold. High sale of $204 for CGC 9.8 and fair market value for near mint's 23. Drew, this decapitated Sabretooth is due to a Deadpool 3 possible leak.
Ah.
Yeah. At rank 9, we have Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees. Number 2, the cover A, Patrick Horvath cover. Boy, not quite as good as that cover A from issue 1, but I'll allow it. Issue 1 has been a massive hit and has a heavy presence on this list, and has been for weeks. It's no surprise that it's extended to number 2. Fans are invested now, and rumors are already swirling that the series could receive an adaptation of some sort, with no real concrete news. All eyes are on the series as its creator. So many fans are opting to hop on board now, especially if they missed out on the previous book. Tracking 15 copies sold, 7-day trend, 136% increase, $10 for a raw, $5 if you're really looking. There probably still is play. At rank 8, Justice League number 1. This book marks the first appearance of Maxwell Lord. We already have leading man Pedro Pascal play the character in Wonder Woman 1984, but there is no room for him in James Gunn's new DCU. Instead, he cast his brother Sean Gunn to play the character, which led many fans to search the aftermarket for this book. We don't know how heavily involved the character will be in the future, but a controversy is already brewing regarding the casting. It's a perfect storm for heavy aftermarket movement. 22 copies sold, $200 for CGC 9.8, current raw, $20.
I also have the trade of this from back in the day. And I'm wondering, because trades were kind of like newish back then, I wonder if like a first print trade would have any value.
I imagine so. People would still want them.
Yeah.
I like Sean Gunn. I think he does a good character. And the fact that he's putting his brother in there means they've got a lot of meat on the bone for that character, I would imagine. So
yeah, that's a good idea. I don't think I know who Sean Gunn is.
He played one of the Ravagers, the fun Ravager and all of the Guardian stuff.
Oh, okay, I recognize
him. I knew the exact name of him, and as soon as I started that conversation, it went out of my head.
Yeah, okay.
Eric 7, Godzilla, Volume 1, number 1, the regular. During a year dominated by Oppenheimer and Barbie, Godzilla is making himself known. Godzilla -1 has dominated the domestic box office, becoming America's biggest Japanese live-action release. That momentum caused the movie to be shown in an additional 2,500 theaters nationwide, indicating it will not slow down anytime soon. In addition, the Godzilla fan base got the first trailer for Godzilla Cross Kong, The New Empire. The American subset of Godzilla fans is feasting right now, which led numerous fans to return to books specifically developed to introduce Godzilla to American audiences. It worked and continues to do so almost 50 years later. Tracking 32 copies sold, high sale of $450 for CGC 9.8s, and a current fair market value of very fines at $58. He plays Kraglin in Guardians of the Galaxy. I knew it would come back to me as I read that.
He's the one that was trying to learn to do the whistle.
Yes, exactly.
And then said bad dog to the...
Perfect. Exactly.
Russian. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't recognize the name, but I remember this.
At rank 6, we have X-Men Adventures, Volume 1, number 1. We've featured this book many times over last year as a community eagerly awaits the new release of X-Men 97. While we wait, the fandom has used this opportunity to secure a copy of this book featuring the first appearance of fan favorite mutant Morph. He originally debuted in the show and captured the hearts of many. With the IP returning, fans are grabbing copies before it's our TV screens in early 2024. Last week, we checked 16 copies and a high sale of $162 on that CGC 9.8. Near mint's fair market value, $25. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, number 1, cover A. I love it, I love it, I love it. $150 for CGC 9.8. $22 for fair market. Spawn number 1. Holy crap, imagine that. It's on the list again. 41 copies. CGC 9.8 still hovering at $175. $21 for this book. This Ickpot, buddy. We're back to Ickpot, Drew. We've circled back.
Well, now he's doing
the same book we talked about earlier. Udon Comics has come up with quite the unconventional idea to bring more stores on board that previously neglected to carry this inventory. They began sending out a secret variant to said stores, which was this book. Once discovered, it was an immediate aftermarket hit. There was an instant scarcity as copies slowly trickled online, with fans attempting to secure copies as soon as they went live. There is still a giant Street Fighter fan base, and its stylized variant from Ickpot hit all the right notes. We tracked 39 copies, $55 for all, $44 if you're being picky and finding near mints. At rank 2, we have Female Force, Taylor Swift, #1, Pablo Martenda, eBay, Dazzler #1 homage in the original comic.
Is this
Tidal Wave Comics?
Old thing?
No, this is something new they're doing. This is something new in bypassing stores. This is the kind of thing we don't like. Tidal Wave Comics sure knows how to capitalize on the hype to coincide with their 34th birthday. In the event that her Eras tour, Tidal Wave Comics released this bio comic with a series of variant covers, one of which was this book, exclusive to eBay and depicting Swift as Dazzler in the original costume, an homage to Dazzler #1. It sold out immediately, with copies reselling on the exact same platform for more money. The hype behind Taylor Swift as Dazzler has died down somewhat, but these books have repeatedly appealed to the fan base. Can't read today. 76 copies, high sale of $20 for raw. $20 is what you're going to pay. And then we have Female Force, Taylor Swift #1, Pablo Martienda, eBay, Dazzler #1, oh mine, the Swifties Limited 100. As mentioned, Tidal Wave Comics brought their A game to this exclusive, whereas our previous entry depicted Taylor Swift in the original Dazzler costume. This book features Swift in the new Dazzler getup. That, and it was more limited, with only 100 copies produced. That made it an aftermarket darling, as many fans who secured a copy of this eBay exclusive immediately put it back on the market with a higher value. They went fast, which is another sign of how much fans want to see Swift in the MCU. We touched on this book and its predecessors last week in the market report. 101 copies sold for a book that's limited to 100. High sale of $45 for all.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not limited to 100 then.
You didn't listen when I said they were buying that and then immediately reselling it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so it's the same one passing hand multiple times. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't do that math. I did not. Okay. So we okay. On the one hand, entrepreneurial. You don't need no direct market. I guess you do your own thing. Sell your comics that way. I guess
if you bypass our beloved comic shops, you get a wag of the finger from me. That's just how it is.
That's just how it is. That's just how it is. So we are anti Female Force. Boo, you guys.
Boo, boo. Yes, boo. Well, yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Rank 11, we have DC's 'Twas the Might Before Christmas. The Sowie 1 in 25. This is a silly little quarterly $9.99 book, but this is the 1 in 25 version. So what's a 1 in 25 $10 book go for? Probably around $50. And that's what the raws, the high sale of raw went for $50. There you go. We've got Stray Dogs #1 coming in at 12.
Woo, yeah, baby.
This is the regular one, and it's back on the radar. CGC 9.8 going for $95. Current near mints around $27. So that's going to happen. It must be going to happen in some other medium. Rank 13, we have Amazing Spidey 300, the first Venom. This is $3,000 for a CGC 9.8. Raws around $591. Venom Lethal Protector #1 comes in at rank 14. 22 copies of this one sold. High sale of $148.50 for a 9.8. Current raws around $22.
So much Venom.
Yeah. Venom 28. Art Adams 1 in 25. 15 copies of this one sold. High sale of $37.56 for a near mint. Dazzler #1, the original, also has heat, the one that was homaged earlier. 19 copies of this sold. High sale of $250 for a CGC 9.8. Current raws around $15, which is probably where they belong. New Mutant 98, first Deadpool, moved 14 copies. High sale of $1,300 for a 9.8. Raws around $432. At rank 18, we have Punisher, number 1. This is, wonder which one this is. This is the original Punisher, right? No, it's volume 2. So the 14 copies. What is that?
1987.
1987. So why is it a volume 2? Oh, because there was a mini first. Is that right? Was there a mini first?
Sure.
I don't remember. Anyway, we got 14 copies of this thing selling almost $300 for a CGC 98. Raw is around $362. Mad Max Furiosa number 1. This is, since the trailer's debut, this has been hot. 14 copies. High sale of CGC 98 for $160. Raw is around $21. Rank 20, we finish it out with Monster in My Pocket number 1. Westbrook Studios and Altar Rock Pictures developing a live action series of the 200 plus collectible monsters. That's a massive toy collection that was launched way back in 1989. And this is not the first crossover, but they've sold, we're tracking 13 copies of this comic, selling high sale of $50 for a near mint, which ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Do you remember Monsters in My Pocket at all?
Of course I remember Monsters in My Pocket.
Okay. All right. Well,
it was never my thing, but I remember it being a thing.
Yeah. I think it's time now, as we enter into this sneak peek at next week is going to be the day after Christmas, right? Yeah.
So this could be there ain't nothing out, or there could be some gold to mine here, my man.
I'm curious. It's usually like the next 2 weeks are slow, right?
I mean, the next 3 months are slow, but yes.
That's true. I forgot. Yeah, they are.
Well, let's find out. We're talking about it. We've got the answers right here in front of us, Drew. Let's head over to lunardistributions.com. Let's find our new releases. Let's click on 12/26/2023 and see what DC is releasing the day after Christmas between that and New Year. And we have a little bit of Action Comics 2023 annual. No better time to put it in annual than the last week of the year. Silent Night Santa Claus for a 4. So right as soon as Christmas is over, we're finishing that 4-issue series.
Pretty good timing.
That LaRue cover is awesome. Detective Comics 1080. If I remember correctly, I really liked that Jason Shawn Alexander cover B on that one as well.
Flash has got some creepy covers.
If you want to get one more Santa cover, Green Arrow cover C, Trevor Hairsign Santa Claus cardstock variant.
Also old school titling.
My favorite of these being, though, Harley Quinn 35 cover C. It is kind of the homage to Harley's first appearance. Issue. So very cool.
Teen Titans facsimile.
I have 2 copies of this one, so love that cover.
So you don't need no facsimile.
I don't need no stinking facsimile. This is one I got, just chilling in multiple. One of which I got for a quarter. I love the Christian Ward cover B Penguin cover of Penguin with a bunch of penguins. That makes me happy.
Yes, exactly how you should be doing it.
Yes, there we have Penguin or Power Girl and all of Power Girl and all of her glory. Dustin Nguyen, I did it with a crayon cover. Is that a thing?
Not happy. Not phoned it in. Is that what you're saying?
Are we going for kitschy appeal, thematics? What are we going for here?
It does look like I don't even think it's watercolor. I think it might be like a crayon.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I very much like the cover C on Power Girl number 4, the Jamal Campbell cardstock variant. They essentially did a fitness magazine cover with it, which is kind of dope. I like when they homage magazines.
What did I miss? I missed it. Where is it?
It is on the
Power.
Power.
Yeah, Power magazine. Gotcha. Very cool. So it's not as thin. DC's not as thin as I thought it might be. The day after Christmas.
Yeah.
People taking their Christmas money and heading to the LCS. Maybe. That's the idea. Let's see what 12/27 has to offer. Oh, we get that first issue of Duke from Skybound and Image, which we've all read the preview pages in the back of Transformers and such.
Yeah.
Getting another gangster ass barista.
But of course.
Only read the first issue. It was really good. Missed the second one somehow. Mom Breaks the Internet.
Heyo.
Number 2. The Schlub hits issue 5. New issue of Dracula. And It's issue 6 of World Tree. But those other lunar offerings, a little light. Let's see what Boom says. Boom says Book of Butcher, number 1, a Dan Mora cover, James Tinian IV, and Werther Delerda.
So this is obviously
like a family book of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah, something is killing the family. $10 a piece. So that's the big thing here. $10 a piece. So I'm out. Although I love the FOC reveal cover by Jai Lee, because I love when Jai Lee does the Something is Killing the Children covers.
There you go. Good old Jai.
Okay, so we have Bjorn Barons doing a Power Rangers cover that is creepy and cool.
We have Dan Mora doing an homage to the old black and whites from TMNT as well.
I was going to say, yeah.
So there's all kinds of interesting Mighty Morphin TMNT crossovers, but it's weird that you draw the line there. Like, you're a TMNT guy, but Mighty Morphin's not your thing.
No, so correct.
You can't stand them when they touch each other. I mean, that came out wrong, but you know what I mean. The Mighty Morphins have never actually touched any turtles that I know.
But Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TMNT 2 Black and White Edition number 1. There is a Jenny Frison cover of I assume April. Maybe not. I don't know who is actually on the cover.
Yeah, down there from Marvel, we've got Gang War still going on. The Deadly Hands of Kung Fu tie-in, and a really long leg from the Ben Su foil variant. We tried to do perspective, and fail miserably. Giant size superstars facsimile. It's a $7 facsimile. So the days of facsimiles being affordable might be over.
They've gone from this is a common man's way to get this to we still want more money than
if you can't get the secondary market, we can upcharge you.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that it took them a while to figure it out, though. Like, facsimiles were like priced less than regular comics because it was pre-existing material, and then they're like, oh wait, oh I get it, we could charge more.
Yeah. All right, this is where I complain about men. So like we have the ski chalet variants, right? And this is the ski chalet variants month, right?
Oh, is it? Okay.
So for Marvel, we have Spider-Woman number 2, but somehow David Nakayama has found a way to take more clothes off while still incorporating nothing but snow, which doesn't make sense at all.
The ski chalet. Yeah, I see it now. The Timeless has been around for a while, right? This Timeless number 1 is not really a number 1.
Correct.
They stuck Moon Knight on one of the covers.
And the only cool thing about the Timeless is we had that inadvertent Miss Minutes cover, and now that that's gone, nobody cares, and they're trying. But I do like Peach Pomoko's Nightmare cover.
Yeah, very cool. Then there's a spoiler cover. I wonder what that is.
That would be a spoiler, true.
That would be. But I just wonder. Dynamite gives us stuff. Thank you for your stuff. Back half is.
I can't refute that. Yep. Thanks, Dynamite. Moving on.
Thank you, Dynamite, for the stuff offered. Oh, we got a $90 Animal Castle.
Sorry, I'm caught in an anime wave. I'm trying to get out. My bad.
Very cool. No, good. Enjoy.
Yeah, there is I've been watching a series called this Berserk of Gluttony, and they've got their graphic novel volume 9 out. So I'm just kind of looking ahead at what's going on in that series.
So, do you stream Max?
No,
they have a whole anime channel.
Oh, do they? Okay.
I've
been mostly waiting for things to come out and hit, like the Crunchy Rolls and things.
Yeah.
Me and my weird isekais, I can't get away from them.
You do like your cartoons?
That's no. True. Not okay. For Mighty W, we have more Dungeons and Dragons with Fortune Finder number 2 from Jim Zub and Max Dunbar on art. Okay, Dynamic. We normally skip over this Dynamics Forces stuff.
Right. Usually, yeah.
We have the Dynamic Forces New Year's 2024 Celebration Pack. This special set includes 1 limited edition signed comic, 1 limited edition retailer incentive exclusive comic, and 1 remarked comic with a one-of-a-kind hand-drawn colored sketch, and one high-end ultra-limited variant comic for $120.
Very cool. All right.
It just caught my eye. I like their weird bundles and things sometimes.
Watson Holmes still putting out books. That's cool. The Ribbon
Wow.
Queen hits its issue 6 of 8, and it has an horror homage.
Did you say a horror homage?
A horror homage, which
It's
I
not
kind of
just-
recognize, but I kind of don't recognize. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is. I kind of see it as something I've seen before. So it's not the greatest homage, or I don't have the background to understand it.
Remember when Enormous was a big comic book?
Yeah.
Tim Daniels and Enormous. There's a trade for it from Enormous Comics. Not Enormous Comics, but from Invader Comics.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of cool. And you ever want to get me with a title of something? We have Flesh Eating Cheerleaders 1969
Okay.
from Dren Productions After Dark.
That sucked you in, huh?
I was just very like, what? Who? Huh? All right, Drew, did you talk about Titan Comics and Forgotten Runes?
I missed that one.
Wizard Cult #1. This is from Titan. It is a $5 book. It includes free game codes worth $20 for the upcoming video game Forgotten Runeverse MMORPG exclusive to this print edition. It will be a 10-issue series beginning as a seemingly unconnected series of magical tales about different powerful wizards gradually merging into a legendary saga. I like Titan Comics. They do cool things. So I like their close connection to video games. So the fact that they've got some neat little plan here, I like that.
Okay, so MMORPGs.
Massive multiplayer online role-playing game.
So like the World of Warcraft,
Yes.
not Fortnite. That's not an RPG, MMORPG, but there's a lot of people playing at once. So that's just a multiplayer online.
Yeah, it's like everybody's in the same world. Team up or die.
But the RPG means you're like
Means you're
D&D
creating a character, leveling them, and then picking the paths that you would like to create your character as.
So how many people need to be playing that to make it successful? Can you play it without there being a lot of people online at the same time, or do you need that other element?
I mean, you need a fan base to drive it as far as success is concerned, but a lot of massive multiplayer games, people still solo a lot as much as they can.
Okay. You can do both.
Correct.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's really only one that stands out to me this week, and for me, it's the David Aja cover of Duke, cover B.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Duke's going to have some heat, and there's probably going to be a lot of these sold. It checks a lot of nostalgia buttons, but it also has the David Aja, but not David Aja. Like it's like
the Aja-esque.
Yeah, it's Aja-esque. So I think that's the way to go this week. I think it'll have some long-term value.
Very cool. And I'm going with our good friends at Titan Comics and Forgotten Runes Wizards Cult #1. If you paid $5, if the book isn't as good as you'd like, you still have the ability to try the game, and maybe you got something cool out of that.
Cover A?
Yeah, we're gonna go cover A. They're all pretty similar.
Yeah. Very cool.
Hey, we want to thank you for traveling with Drew and myself through our final Comics for Fun and Well, I'm sorry. This won't be necessarily our final episode, but
might be
talking about the more than likely it's going to be our final episode of the year. Going through the comics releasing at the end of the year as we wrap up 2023. This is also our time where we asked you guys to send us in your highlights for 2023. What was the best comics you read this year? What was your best deals? What was your best flips? Things like that. So let us know how your 2023 was. Drew and mine are always good. We always have great years because, we get to podcast, and that's all that really matters. But let us know how 2023 was for you guys, whether it was a good year in the world of comics or a down year in the world of comics. It was the world that we incorporated our robot overlords, and Kyle had his first stroke. So those are the highlights for me of this year. Of course, a lot of our products can be found Comics for Fun and Profit at our just everywhere on the X's and the Instagrams and the Facebooks, all that fun stuff. Anything else to add, Drew? Yes.
We're trying Blue Sky. I don't know. We'll see if it sticks.
We'll see if it sticks. Absolutely. Head on over to Patreon. Give yourself the gift of comics for fun and profit for the year of 2024. Throw a couple bucks our way and become part of our nice little secret society. Get in all of our giveaways and be part of all the shenanigans. So for Drew and for myself, see you.
Our LCS is Cowabunga Comics, Lake Country, Wisconsin's best pop culture destination for new comics, back issues, gaming, retro video games, vinyl, and figures. Give them a call, 262-569-9999. Check them out online at cowabungacomics.com or follow them on Twitter at Incredicow. They are our LCS, and we utilize their deep discount mail order service to bring Oconomowoc, Wisconsin closer to us. They'll take care of you. Tell them Drew and Kyle sent you. Say hi to Eric and James from us. If you need an LCS, you can't go wrong with Cowabunga Comics.
In a world ravaged by war and chaos, a group of survivors must band together to brave the dangers of a post-apocalyptic landscape. The year is 2000, and the world has been plunged into darkness. The nuclear fires have burned out, leaving behind a wasteland of ruins and radiation. But amidst the rubble and despair, a glimmer of hope still remains. Join Dork Day Afternoon as they face off against marauding gangs, enemy soldiers, and even the harsh elements themselves in the world of Twilight 2000. Will our heroes survive the challenges ahead? Can they keep their own humanity intact? Or will they succumb to the harsh realities of life after the end of the world? 2 past midnight. An actual play podcast by Dork Day Afternoon.